Everything right now that I currently love doing every single day, I used to hate. So I started this business, weight loss coaching, fitness coaching, online coaching, whatever you want to call it, right? I got into this whole rabbit hole, not because I loved it, not because I was so obsessed with fitness, but because I had nowhere else to go. I literally wasn't able to work any jobs at the time. I had already tried digital marketing and tried to do that route as an entrepreneur, and that failed. And so I pivoted into the only thing I knew, what I was decent at. I was like, well, I've always worked out, majority of my life. It's not like the most fun thing in the world, but I do it, right? And so I got into that. I got into training and did all this stuff. And now it's like, I genuinely love it. I feel like it's my passion, my purpose. Like, I love helping people lose weight. I'm obsessed with seeing the transformation from them to go from point A to point B. And I just want a wall full of testimonials. And I'm already, building it. I'm already, getting there, right? And it's like, this is what I know I was meant to do. I feel like it's my calling almost. Like, I feel like such an expert in this field. I feel very authoritative in this field. And that's because I lived it. I learned how to lose weight the right way. And I show clients how to do it the exact same way, right? And so now I love it. But the thing is starting in the beginning, I did not. I literally, especially the business aspect, I didn't know about marketing or sales or any of this stuff. I didn't know about, you gotta do all this content, and like, I hated content. It was so embarrassing. I have all my friends and family on my socials, and they look at me making these cringe videos, and I sound weird. I'm like trying to lower my voice when I'm talking, and it's just, I sound like a robot, and I'm like, God, I don't even sound like that. Like, it literally just sounds annoying and cringe, and it's like embarrassing. But now I love it. This is my 63rd video since April 6th. Today's April 30th. So, in 24 days, I posted 63 videos. You know how crazy that is? But that's because I love it now. I love it. But before, I was embarrassed. I hated it. It sucked. And so you see, the common thing is that the reps is what gets you to love it. It's the work that you put in. You don't have to love it in the beginning. And I want you to know that, because I wish someone would have told me this forever ago, or else I would have got after it. You don't have to love everything that you do in the beginning to get good at it. And so same thing with everything that I preach for my clients. I always preach, if you see my content, it's walking daily for fat loss. It's working out 2 or 3 times per week. And it's about hitting your protein goal. It's about tracking calories in the beginning. Every single one of those things, I could not do it. Like, for example, the working out, right? I love working out. Like, I used to work out like 5-6 days of the week, 2-hour workout days. And so after graduating, I had like heard that, to get better results, you gotta do less, days, like 2-3. And I'm like, what am I gonna do on my rest days? I'm gonna be so bored. But what I didn't realize is that my diet wasn't in check. My steps weren't in check. And so I wasn't even losing weight. And so the only reason I switched to 2 to 3 days lifting is because I literally had no other options. I was like, man, I just wanted to get results bad. I wanted to finally lose weight for good. And so I tried it out. Someone who loved, working out, being in the gym all the time, I would do a push-pull leg split, 6 days of the week, training 2 hours. And, that was fine and all right, but I got so much better results when I finally committed to working out Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 days per week. Now I only work out twice per week. It's the only time I lift. And so now I freaking love it. Like, I love the fact that I have the freedom to not be tied in the gym all the time. I get in and out in less than an hour. I work out 2 times per week, sometimes 3. I get to focus on boxing, my business, my family, my priorities, all these things, right? Content. And so I love it now, but before I didn't. Same thing with the walking. I literally remember not being able to hit my steps. I tried because I had heard that walking was supposed to help with weight loss, and I had already tried everything else. I didn't know where else to go. I already did all the runs, I ran all the miles, did the Stairmaster, did the bike, did the jump rope, did the boxing, did all these things, and the scale still wouldn't move. And so it was like a last resort. People act like I was just obsessed with walking. No, I literally thought it was so boring. I thought it was the most boring thing ever. My legs would get like swollen, and I just I would be slow walking. I'm like, this is taking forever. I'm never gonna burn calories, right? And so, I eventually just trusted the process. I started at 3 steps, and I ramped it up over the weeks. It was like 4, 5, 6,000 steps. And all of a sudden, once you start to see the visual progress, that's when your mind starts to shift and you start to become addicted to the thing that you're doing, because your brain knows, oh, this is going to get me towards my goal. This is going to get me what I want. This is going to give me the results. And so when I'm working out 2-3 times per week, when I started hitting my protein goal, when I started tracking, when I started doing my steps, in the beginning, I hated them. But now, to this day, you can tell I genuinely love it. You guys see my videos. I'm always preaching about the protein goal, the steps, the 2-3 times per week, Why would I preach that if I genuinely hate it? Why would I preach that if it's not the most sustainable and effective route that I thought is for any guy, any busy guy who really, really wants to lose weight, but they don't have time to be in the gym all day, and they try all these other methods, they try the running, they try all this stuff. Now I truly, truly believe that all this stuff is the best thing for you. And some clients, they get started and they just genuinely love the things that I preach to them because they've already tried all the other stuff, right? So it's a lot better for them because they're just like, oh, okay, like finally something I can finally stick to and it's giving me results. I love it. I'm not so consumed by fitness. But the whole point of this is like the content, the business, the stuff, all these things, I hated them. I genuinely hated them, and I couldn't do it to save my life. But once you put the work in, that's when the results will follow. And that's the exact same thing with passion and with purpose. Your purpose, I truly believe that we create meaning. The meaning that your purpose in life is whatever the hell you want it to be. And so just, how I got started is I do think you can go into fields that you're genuinely more, how do I say, I guess ones that you would be better at. So for me, it wasn't like I love fitness so much, but I just thought back and I'm like, my mom was a personal trainer. I've always worked out ever since I was young. I enjoyed it, but the dieting, the cardio, all that stuff, I never liked any of that stuff, but I liked working out. And so I got into the whole fitness thing. But the thing is, you don't have to love in the beginning. A lot of people actually hate the things that they do now, but they're so successful because they stuck with it. They put the work in, and now they genuinely love it. And the thing is too, is like the steps, like today, I already crushed, 4,000 or 5,000 steps just by playing basketball. If I go on a call with a client, or I'm making content, or I'm scrolling on my phone, or I'm watching videos, whatever. And now it's super fun for me. I genuinely love steps. I don't even think about it. Like I just get my steps done without doing any sessions, any cardio. It's literally just throughout my day of just moving around and getting stuff done. And it's super, super easy, super fun and enjoyable. Same thing with the protein goal. Now I figured out how to hit the right protein foods, the ones that I genuinely like. Tracking, same thing. I still track to this day, even though I don't have to. I have clients that I've never tracked since working with me, but I still choose to do it because I love it. Same thing with the 2 or 3 workouts per week. All these things you see that I genuinely love them, and you find out, how to love them, if that makes sense. Through the reps, through the repetitions, through putting in the work, you'll eventually love it, but in the beginning, it's not always gonna be like that.